Hello everyone, welcome back to Deborah's Autism Support Hub. Today, I would like us to talk about one of the early signs of autism, which is communication difficulties. This is something that parents, caregivers, teachers, and learning support assistants often notice first, and it can look different from child to child. Communication isn't just about speaking. Communication includes gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, and even the tone of voice. So, if this is something that you would like to learn about, get your jotter and your pen, sit back while we hop into the discussion. Some of the symptoms of communication difficulties includes delayed speech development. At age 3, a child may only use a few single words instead of forming short phrases. For example, a child wants this book. Instead of saying want book or I want book, the complete sentence, the child will say book, book, book. Sometimes they're not even able to pronounce or to use the complete word. This means that the child has speech delay, which is one of the symptoms of communication difficulties. So instead of saying one book, the child will say book, book, book. Sometimes they are not even able to even pronounce anything. They point at that thing or they start crying, looking at the direction where that particular thing that they want is. So if you notice this in your child, this shows that this child has communication difficulties. Another symptom of communication difficulties is unusual speech pattern. This is also known as robotic voice, sing-song, or echolalia. It is the meaningless repetition of words or phrases. For example, you ask a child to give you something, e.g., give me the book, give me the book. Instead of the child adhering to the instruction by giving you back the book, because the child doesn't understand, the child is having communication difficulty, the child will repeat what you've said, like give book or book, give me book, give book. So this shows that this child has communication difficulty. Another example is when a child repeats the exact lines that he or she has heard from maybe watching cartoon or hearing someone say something. You know, the child is repeating that thing even when it's not in the right context. This shows that this child has communication difficulties, and you need to look out for these signs in your child. Another symptom of communication difficulties is known as lack of joint attention. A mother may be pointing at the door just to alert the child that the father is back. For example, Samson, Dad is back. Dad. And Samson is not gazing at that direction where the mom is pointing. Instead, Samson is busy playing or doing other things that he's busy doing. He's not pointing at the direction where the mom is pointing at. Another example is when you are playing with a child and you want to attract that child with a toy or anything that is around that you want to attract that child with, or you want the child to come and take something. Instead of the child looking at you, the child won't gaze at that direction where you are pointing at. This shows that this child lacks joint attention. Another one is difficulty understanding social clues. Some children, they don't understand when you are happy or when you are sad. Instead, when you are hot, they tend to laugh. For example, I'm working on something and it falls on me, or I cut myself while slicing something and I'm like crying. Oh, the child will be laughing at me because the child doesn't understand that I'm hot. You might be playing with a child and you get tired of the play and like, oh, I need to go rest, I'm tired. You know, the child won't understand that you're tired. The child doesn't understand, and the child will want to play more. This shows that this child has communication difficulties. Another symptom is limited gesture. That is when you wave at a child and the child is not able to wave back. Or when a child needs something and that thing is in a particular direction, the child is not able to point to that direction. Instead, the child will drag you or hold your hands to that direction where that thing is. The last symptom of communication difficulties that we'll be discussing today is struggles with back and forth conversation. When you ask a child what happened in school and the child is not able to respond, or when you are trying to communicate with the child but the child is not able to communicate with you. Communication is not just words. Communication is connection, it's expression, and it is understanding. Every little challenge can hinder the child's learning abilities, social skills, and even their behavior. But with the right support and strategies, these children can make huge difference. That is where you come in as a parent. If you are a parent or teacher noticing these signs, remember, you are not alone. Early support makes a huge difference, and every step is a progress worth celebrating. In our next video, I will be sharing with us basic and applied behavior analysis strategies that can be used to moderate and handle these communication difficulties. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment. Do not forget to share with someone who might benefit. Together, we can create the awareness that is needed. See you in the next video. Bye.